I feel like one of the most empowering things a woman can do is be a single mother.
Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Welcome to Machine God Eats, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Darling. I'm almost certain that this young lady here doesn't work for a three-letter agency, but if she did, this particular video would be getting her a promotion, definitely. Why? Because it's promoting the division of family. It's a dumb take on a whole lot of things. One of the things that's a problem within the Black community, especially within a lower economic class, is that there probably isn't two parents in the household. She's not going to talk about the children in this video. She doesn't go into how being a parent of one of by yourself benefits the child. She goes on to talk about how financially, if you have your stuff together, how empowering it is for a woman.
But society loves to bash women with kids so much that y'all don't want to admit it. There is nothing like a one and done mom or a woman with 2 kids tops who has her own financial income, her own financial freedom, and she's thriving in life still with her autonomy.
Unfortunately, a lot of people that find themselves as single parents, not just as single women, but I see more single women getting online complaining about the struggle. Most single parents are struggling because this economy is not this fairy tale up and up where these careers are guaranteed and all this. Having two parents in a household secures that kid, for one, mentally, because they always have another parent to fall back on. I was raised by a single mom, a strong single mom, and I can tell you firsthand that there are many times that I wish my father was around. There are many times, and yes, my father paid child support from the time my parents got divorced, before they got divorced, all the way up until I was damn near like 20, okay? My dad paid child support. So it wasn't about financial support. I needed his presence in a lot of cases. But these women will get on here, not talking about the kids, they're talking about finances. About how to finance. If you're doing it on your like this whole Sex in the City lifestyle with this child as an accessory, meanwhile they're raising little hoodlums, right? That get online, that are effeminate, that are crazy, that are terrorizing the neighborhood, and they'll get up here and complain about not having any help. At the same time, be completely irresponsible with their bodies, letting all types of men that they're attracted to shoot up the club. Trust me, I know, without protection, okay? Getting them pregnant, getting them knocked up. You understand? Having these babies and then resenting the man because, oh, the man doesn't stick around because you let the man shoot the club up. And you say, what's the man's responsibility? He shouldn't be snutting in the bitch if he know he ain't gonna be around for the kid. But ultimately, who end up having to take care? Who has to birth that child? The woman. You have to push that child out. It's your body, your choice. But there are a lot of women saying, well, hey, you know what? If you get with a man and you let him shoot up the club and you feel like you need to get that abortion, go ahead and get that abortion.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you are thinking about getting an abortion, if you feel like you need that abortion, if you think that abortion is going to be the best thing for you, you need to get that abortion. I don't care who say they're going to be there for you. I don't care what type of help people think they're going to give you. Get that fucking abortion. If that's what's in your heart, if that's what's in your head, I don't care about your religion. I don't care how bad it hurts. I am telling you, get that fucking abortion.
Now it is only one group of women that are getting out here with these horrible takes on child rearing, on the development of community, the development of family. You understand? That woman is getting on here talking about get that abortion. It's only our women doing that, promoting this lifestyle. Margaret Sanger, the CIA, the powers that be have won over us. We're at the bottom of the economic barrel, ladies and gentlemen, as Black men and women. We have one of the highest unemployment rates in this country. I believe that the unemployment rate for the country is like 3 to 4%, which is fucking high, something ridiculous like that. But for Black people, it's close to 6 to 7%. We out there, bro. We out here struggling. Men and women, we are out here struggling. But yet you have women like this promoting single parenthood. Single parenthood, it's empowering. It's empowering. This is the government's way of dividing us. This is why these videos get pushed more than anything. That's why you see so many comments of other women saying the same type of shit getting pushed, and videos promoting this very video about how empowering it is to be a single mom. Meanwhile, not a single one of those motherfucking response videos, not a single one, are mentioning how it benefits the children. Because you know what? It doesn't. It don't benefit the child. When my parents first got divorced, I'm not saying my dad was an upstanding citizen to my mom. I've said it before and I'll say it again. My parents were mixed match. They didn't necessarily belong together. I don't wish my mom stayed with my dad or vice versa. I'm just saying his presence would have been very welcome in my life in a lot of cases. After, you understand, I grew up until I was like 10 around my father. And once my parents got divorced, we moved to another state. My father wasn't around. So I got to, a lot of the nightmares and a lot of what molded me after being around my father for that long and being in this safe environment was the type of men that my mom brought into her life to try to not feel lonely. The first nigga that she dealt with beat her ass within a couple weeks of even being with her. And she accepted that nigga back right away, the next day. You understand? The next day, because he was that type of nigga. And she let this nigga take her through it for years. The entire time we were almost in Milwaukee, she let this nigga take her through it. And the whole time I would wish my dad would just be there to just blow this nigga's brains out. I wish my daddy was there to blow this nigga's head off. You understand? But being a single mom, and it was many times, and you think any of these niggas help? No, because they don't need to help, because she'll always welcome him back in. It'll always be what, you know, she'll always be there to be that place where he can land when he get out of jail, when he's coming down off of being on drugs, off of being off dope. These are the type of men that a lot of these type of women choose and say, oh, okay, I'm gonna raise this baby by myself. Because most men want to be around their kids. But a lot of these women want to go for the bigger, better deal, and they want to put the baby daddy out or leave the husband. There's a whole video right now going around of this woman talking about how she left her good husband and this and that to pursue his career in another state, and she left her kids and that and yada yada, because these are the type of videos that are being promoted heavily by the powers that be, and these women pick up on this and they fantasize about this life for themselves and being away from their kids and being away from their mundane life as if there's something better, as if the grass is greener on the other side, and then they leave their fucking families, or they break down their families, they dissolve their families for their fucking quote unquote happiness, even though that happiness never comes. It never fucking comes. Bitch said, oh, yeah, as long as you got your money together and this, but black women just got laid off at a higher rate than anybody else over the last 6 months, than any other demographic. All these government jobs, all these HR jobs were being occupied by black women, bro, and all these different companies and stuff. And these are the first people that got laid off. And a lot of these people got kids. So I'm seeing video after video of people saying, oh, I ain't got the rent, you know, for this month, and I don't know what I'm gonna fucking do. I don't got the rent for my hotel room. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I don't think I talk enough about the fear that comes over my body when I don't have money to pay for this hotel room. And it hits my body hard at like 10 a.m. Every time 10 a.m. comes. And it hits my body at 8 a.m. as well. I got until 12 noon to pay for the room every day. But I try to pay for it by 10 o'clock. Today, I didn't have the money for it, right? I only had like $30. I was surprised that all I had was $30.
Now, if you got a man, a good man, okay, that you can fall back on, guess what? If you got laid off, you can fall back on that man. Understand? People, I'm constantly seeing bitches get on here talking about, oh, go 50-50, 50-50. And then about 50-50, bro, it's about being able to have a person that could go 50-50. So if you can't make up your 50, that person can probably go 75 or 100 if need be. That's what a partnership is about. We're about to go into a deep economic downturn. You know, I can't even envision how we're going to get money as a society to, you know, like we traditionally do, because a lot of these restaurants are in the red. A lot of these retail stores are fucking closing down. You know, Walmart is even closing down stores across the country. If Walmart's closing down stores, you know we got a fucking problem. You have all of these different fast food, and I'm saying these low-level jobs. People say, these are kids' jobs. These are not where adults should be working. These are the jobs that supplement people's income when they're in between careers a lot of times. Or for a person like me, these are the main jobs that a lot of us work while we try to, you know, live the dream of whatever we're talking about doing. These jobs are going away. What are we going to do? We're going to need each other. These videos are promoting being by ourselves, being to the wolves. You think that she's protected? You think if she wants to be a single mom, her kids are protected, especially if she has daughters, or doesn't even take the daughters out of her, because we already know how a lot of that end up going when a lot of these ladies have men after men coming in and out of their life, right, with their daughters. But let's talk about the sons and the resentment that grows within them from seeing their mom allow herself to be treated by like a certain way by a lot of the niggas that she deal with, or or the poverty that y'all go through, when y'all can see that y'all don't need to go through that poverty because maybe your mom's going through some emotional shit at the time and she got to deal with that and blah blah. All that shit that you go through as a child of a single mom, this bitch right here and all these bitches in the comments, they're not considering that because it's all about them. It ain't about the kids. These kids are a fucking accessory to them. How do you build community with this? You can't. We're fucked.
Now you can't get lashes, you can't get your hair done, you can't buy no lobster, you can't buy no crab, you can't go on no trips, you can't have a life because you on welfare or you asking for food stamps. You can't live.
Dude, they're already saying that they're cutting off Section 8. You got 2 years to be on Section 8. There's a lot of women that are supposedly independent and this and that are living on Section 8. Food stamps, a lot of them get supplemented. A lot of people are getting their income is being supplemented by the state. But the state is telling people, even if you get food stamps now, you're not gonna be able to buy regular snacks, sodas. Y'all ass gonna be in a goddamn produce section buying fucking fruits and vegetables. And some people can say, "Oh, well, that's a great thing. Good, good." I see a lot of people looking down their nose on a lot of people that use food stamps across the country, and they're happy about it. I have to go to work. That's gonna reverberate throughout the freaking country too, because you got to take in mind that a lot of these companies that do make these junk foods, they get a lot of their revenue from what? The fucking food stamp thing. They're about to lose revenue. A lot of these plants are about to cut down. These people are about to get laid off. Laid off. We gonna need each other. But this is what they're promoting. Why? Because they want us on our knees, to be begging the state for whatever crumbs that they're gonna fucking give us, to be begging the elite for whatever they are willing to donate to us, as long as we're willing to do whatever the fuck they tell us to do. And these people right here, these dumbass bitches that are constantly making these dumbass videos about, oh, I want to go 50-50, fuck men and all this other shit. You got to come to me with being super rich, even though, like, statistically speaking, there's only so many black people, not even just black men, black people making over $100,000. But these bitches don't want to. It's a joke. It's a joke all the goddamn round. We need each other. We need each other. You understand? Like me, like I look at my life. I'm poor. My baby mama's poor. My kids are poor. But had our family been together, yeah, we'd probably still be poor, but we'd still be poor together. You understand? We'd still be making it together. It wouldn't be like this extra struggle where my money's over here taking care of this one place, her money's over there taking care of this one place. Our kids are uncertain about what their future's going to be. You see what I'm saying? You see the design of this. This is the design. My life. Look at my life as an example of this. You understand? A struggle, constantly struggling. From just last year to now, constantly just trying to keep getting off the street, trying to keep up with this, yada yada yada. Have a better tomorrow for myself, and be able to provide a life for my kids so that they can be comfortable and not being worried, because this economy is not guaranteed for them. I can't sit there and tell my kids that they're going to be guaranteed a future. So I got to help fucking have some type of foundation for them, regardless of whatever I have to do. And I know y'all say, oh, you just work in a restaurant, you just make these videos. That's not necessarily, but I'm trying my best. That's all I'm saying. But it would be better if, when you had those kids with a person, y'all got those kids to at least adulthood, and then y'all could decide to go y'all separate ways and do whatever. But families break down at the very fucking beginning, and then people wonder why there isn't this structure there, why there aren't these get-togethers enough, because there is no grandma and granddad and uncles and this that. Everybody's divided. That's what it is. Because being a single mom is what you want to do. You got your stuff together. All you gotta do, buy a handbag and get your little job, you can get your little car, and you can pay your rent. Everybody's supposed to be paying rent, bro. But why would you want to pay 100% of any goddamn thing when you can fucking be paying just a portion, or maybe even none if you meet that type of man, if you're lucky enough, you know what I'm saying? But everybody can't expect it. Everybody wants the top of the top of the top of the top. It's a sad world we live in, bro. I'm sorry, it is. I'm sorry, it is. And black people are the most lost. The most lost. The most lost. You can't tell me that we're not the most lost. Because like I said, that white lady that made the video about leaving her husband, you don't see other white ladies in the comment section fucking celebrating that shit. She looks stupid. Like, you said you had a good man and you left him. Why would you leave him if he's doing this? But in these videos, it's like, yeah, I can promote that. I can promote that. Even though it's been proven time and time again that people that are raised by single parents, especially single moms, struggle the most. Most people that are in prison were raised by what? Single moms. Most people that are struggling with it. And then y'all sort of say, oh, all these effeminate men, these men don't know how to be men. Da-da-da. A lot of men don't know how to be men. You know why? Because they wasn't fucking raised by men. Think about it. With that being said, we need each other. Y'all ladies got to pull y'all hairs out y'all ass. We can't do it for you. I can make videos like this till the cows come home, showing how dumb this dumb propaganda shit is. this dumb Ronald Reagan ass fucking light bulb head ass bitch shit is. This shit is stupid. This shit is dumb, bro. This is dumb. This is dumb content. But she gets paid for this. She's gonna make at least a couple $100 off this video. Promise you. Promise you. She's gonna pay a light bill or something. So that's why they do it. Especially at the end of the month. It gets real crazy because they're trying to get them rates up so when the check hits on the 15th on TikTok, they can get that little check. So let's just get on there and say the dumbest shit humanly fucking possible. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys had a great week. I'll catch y'all next time. Bye bye.